Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we're starting off May with a weird one. A kind of an odd one. This is a fan suggested one, I believe. I think you suggested it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and we've brought it up in the past.
Yeah. So we are doing David Lynch's, let's reach over here, Eraserhead from 1977. It's spine number 725. It's pretty high up. I thought it was like an earlier Criterion movie.
When that set came out, that was like the first time it had been on the collection.
Yeah. This is pretty much David Lynch's first movie.
Yeah.
First feature-length movie, not short film.
He made shorts before then. And
Which, by the way, are on this DVD release, Blu-ray release and DVD release.
Huge reason why I bought it. And this is a movie made while studying at the AFI. In fact, he needed extra money while making it.
It took him 5 years, I think, to make this. Mm-hmm. And Jack Nance kept the haircut for 5 years.
He's the man. Dedication.
And before we get into this, it took me like a couple watches of Twin Peaks to realize, oh, he's the guy at the lumber mill. He put the fish in the percolator.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to realize, like, oh my god, Jack Nance is that guy. But yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, Jack Nance. I know that name. Where do I know it from? And lo and behold, it was Twin Peaks.
Oh my god.
And I've seen, like, he's in a bunch of David Lynch stuff. I think he's in Blue Velvet, Dune. I don't know if he's in Elephant Man, but he could have been.
But yeah, like, this movie is it's been heralded as like one of the essential art house films. It's one of those movies that are like, a lot of people say this is super weird. Mm-hmm. When I was 15, I watched like 5 minutes of this movie. I was like, this movie. Now, in my mid-20s, I'm like, I really enjoy this film. It's got I would say it's so weird, but it's got like such a humor to it. Like, it's got the David Lynch humor, where it's just
a dark
like,
humor, yeah.
Yeah, like Bill, her dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like
they never really. I don't think they ever say his name.
They say Bill, yeah.
But it's on his name tag.
I'm Bill.
Oh, okay.
I do the plumbing. They think plumbing. They starts getting all angry. It's like, look at these knees. Look at these knees. And you're like, oh my god. And he's meeting the parents for the first time because she is pregnant.
No. She's had the baby at this point.
She's had the baby. That's right. Because they're like, it's not even human or whatever. And it's just such an awkward. It's like you watch him in the first beginning of the movie. He's just like, well, of course, the beginning of the movie is that weird guy at the window, but.
The man in the planet.
Yeah, the man
in the moon,
man on the
something
planet.
like that.
Yeah,
and he has the levers.
Yeah, and then you see Jack. He's just walking in mud and just you kind of feel for the guy in the first like few minutes you see him, and then he gets in the elevator and he's just standing there.
Yeah, and that long time
for
before
a long time, and it's a well shot.
I feel like
too.
Like. David Lynch, with his like awkward kind of pauses, is fairly influential on Wes Anderson that way.
I could see it.
Where things can be really stilted and awkward, but David Lynch ventures more into, I'm going to make this super kind of creepy. Or, I don't know if it's intended, but that's just how it happens.
It's very off-kilter at times.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to make this very disorienting and very strange, where, Wes Anderson plays it for more humor. David Lynch, I think, is much more, if there is humor, it's dark humor.
Yeah.
But it's very kind of unsettling.
Yeah.
Just those long pauses. Like when Bill is... He's talking with Henry at the dinner table, and it's just those two, because the mother got up and left, and the daughter got up and left.
The daughter's probably crying somewhere.
He says something to Henry, and then just sits there and smiles at him for about until Henry gets up and goes and talks to the mother in the other room when she comes back in. Like, things like that, and,
so
and,
weird.
and it has moments like that in Mulholland Drive with the old couple
Yeah.
when they're in the limo. It's just that's kind of the thing he does, and it really works.
Also, there's other funny moments that aren't really supposed to be in. I feel like you could just cut them out of the movie and it'd just be nothing, but he puts them there just for a little seasoning. Was when he's doing he's doing the bell.
Oh,
and his boss comes up. What?
Yeah, because he's freaking out. His kid's holding a head, man. But,
yeah.
But who knows? Maybe he was sitting there saying, "Hey, we hit the mother lobe for erasers."
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, it was such a weird. It's okay. I'll say that there's horror.
Mm-hmm.
There's not scary. There's horror, and then there's the baby from Eraserhead, which is just unsettling. It's just unsettling.
It's a very good special effect. I gotta admit.
And I don't think it's ever been revealed, but I don't think David Lynch ever revealed how they did it.
Oh,
so there's a mystery on how they made it. Some say it's like an actual kind of rabbit, like a rabbit the skinned rabbit or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And you're just like, oh my god.
But it's
kind of a movie. Everyone's like, oh, it's so weird. There's a lot of these art house movies that just have no plot. They're just weird for weird's sake.
Yeah.
This one has a plot. It's very
it's
small.
There.
It's a small plot about kind of being. Well, it's kind of about the pressures and anxiety of marriage, settling down.
Yeah, it's
single parenthood.
It has this kind of surface plot line that's super weird in the way it's put together. But like a lot of David Lynch stuff, there's a lot of metaphorical symbolism going on, and that kind of informs his images. It's very Jodorowsky like. They always kind of. I end up comparing both of them.
It's kind of funny because they
both, as far as I know, they both have respect for each other. At least I know Jodorowsky has respect for David Lynch.
Yeah, just not his version of Dune.
Does anybody?
No, I'm just saying, he's made it clear.
That's a horrible, horrible movie.
Yeah, and then there's just these moments where you kind of are down. You're really on board with Henry, like the moment where he's laying on the bed when they move into the apartment, and he's just like he's all kind of smiling on the bed, and you're like, oh, he's kind of adorable, and then the scene where she's grabbing the suitcase and just that's really. Really creepy kind of shot where she's just struggling looking at him through the bars and oh my god. And then he's stuck with the baby and he's like, you really are sick. And it's like, no way.
Yeah.
No way. But I'm not sure what the woman in the radiator's about. Though.
There's a few.
Is it about suicide? Is it about?
Yeah, there's a lot of different interpretations, and I think it's great that I'm sure David Lynch himself is it's whatever you think it is, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's you have the suicide or you have it's him kind of it's his id. It's kind of either his id or subconscious telling him feeding his fear of being a parent.
Yeah. There's the temptation.
There's all kinds of different things, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
That you can sit there. Have that kind of interpretation, and you can sit there as somebody else being yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Or if you could sit there and look at it on the surface and say, nope, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Makes no sense. I don't understand why the song's here. All this stuff,
Yeah.
And she's got weird cheeks.
I don't understand the weird cheeks, but
I don't know.
I think David Lynch is I think David Lynch probably had a dream and it's okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt that. You might have even said it in an interview.
Yeah, so yeah, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. Is it his best movie? I still think Mulholland Drive is fantastic, amazing. I think this is a close second for me for David Lynch.
Not for me.
Not for you. Okay. Nope. Well, there's also Blue Velvet.
Yeah, I have Blue Velvet higher. I have Elephant Man higher. I've yet to see A Straight Story, but I'm sure I'd probably put that higher too.
Oh, man, Blue Velvet just kind of threw it
David
off.
Lynch has made, as far as I know, one bad movie, and that's Dune.
And some people like that movie. Some people do.
I'm sorry.
Until Villeneuve makes his, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, what's Dune?" But yeah, like, yeah, David Lynch, man, and also like it comes with like
it has all the short films on it, which is the big reason why I picked it up.
It's got the six men getting sick, the alphabet, the grandmother, the amputee version 1 and 2, and premonitions following an Evil Dead. So Evil Deed. I thought it said Evil Dead. And I was like, oh wait, whoa, Evil Deed. It's, you know, it's great.
It's a great addition.
Yeah, and also all that
It's a
stuff's
very
all that stuff's on Filmstruck too.
Yep.
The shorts and Eraserhead are on Filmstruck.
The shorts used to be on Hulu every now and then when they had their Criterion thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't.
Yeah. So Joe, buy, rent, or skip?
I'm gonna say rent.
Really?
Yeah. I'm saying rent because it was good, but it didn't really capture me, really, like Mulholland Drive does. And I like, as I've listed several other David Lynch films more. I think it's an important movie. I think it's something worth watching if you're interested. Like, if you want to know more about midnight movies and the cult movies and art house, like, I think it's a very worthwhile thing to watch. But I don't think it's something everybody needs to run out and buy.
I won't say buy.
But I will say that the shorts on there push it up quite a bit. If you're anything of a David Lynch fan, I would say you have to get it.
I'd say buy. I mean, it's worth. I don't know if you should buy. Like, when I say buy, I mean, like, I don't mean like you don't have to buy Blu-ray. I feel like you should buy it cheap if you never heard of it or seen it. Just see if you like it, and if you don't like it, you can get rid of it.
Check it out on Filmstruck.
You can do that too. But
they have like the bonus features on there too. So
yeah, I'm saying like if you're doing Criterion. And if you're like a 13-year-old, you're probably not gonna like fucking Eraserhead. You're like, what's this stupid stuff so slow? I'd say if you're a movie collector, get Eraserhead. You have to buy it. You have to buy it. You have to buy it. No, it's just got cool. It's got a cool case. I like the case. It's really good. So yeah, that's our thoughts on I said the movie. That's all our thoughts on Eraserhead.
Yep.
Do you agree with you? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Do you hate this movie? Do you love this movie? What is your thoughts on The Baby?
Am I the worst person ever because I didn't like it as much as everybody else?
Let us know in the comment section below. And also do some suggestions, because this was suggested, even though we were going to do it eventually.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite David Lynch movies. Yeah, we're going to do this movie. So just keep suggesting. I know that fan suggestion month is over, but we might do it again later this year. You know, it's just kind of idea that we had.
And we always we try and record them anyway. Like if we get stuck trying to decide on something, we'll typically just pick a fan suggestion.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Next week we are going to do I think that's our first Jim Jarmusch movie.
Yep.
It's our first Johnny Depp movie.
Also, yep.
So, I think you can decide.
I've been
Strange
really
Paradise.
I've been really excited to do the movie we're going to do next week, and I got more excited when they announced it for the Criterion Collection.
Yes. So,
because I actually had bought it prior to it coming out.
Should we say the name or should we just leave it?
Because they can figure it out.
Yeah, it's Jim Jarmusch and Johnny Depp, and let's just say the soundtrack. Neil Young might have something to do with it.
Possibly.
So you can narrow it down from there. So next week we're going to do that movie.
It's also our first Western.
If you haven't figured it out by now, then I'm sorry. We're not going to tell you either way. So
yep,
you'll have to find out next week. So until next time. So.